Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E with your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no breaks. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weaves. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through them transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole stage red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business. Started feed street blues, what I taught. Royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated ultras, real Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time stop.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chick. Something about the VVS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
To start a podcast with Riverside, all you need is a concept and a way to record it. Here's how it works. First, go to riverside.fm and open an account, and then you'll be able to capture high-quality video and audio from practically anywhere in the world. When it comes to editing, Riverside is perfect.
Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. E&E. 2020 got me seeing so clear. With your boy shit. Northern glitch. We cool niggas. This is the
Boogie
cool.
Major.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we supposed to buy sport in. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office, yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these planted trees. Don't break the code, this family. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow was classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat, is it Japanese? Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers, we Guapanese. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Studied the gang, how they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher shit. Any clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my
We on the
element.
rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Poor looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. It's in the office, yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga. Perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off a 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom, to try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Hear me now? Damn, I thought my speaker was working. Damn. That's probably why people jumped off. Can you hear me now? Damn, you couldn't hear me the whole time? Damn, that's crazy. On TikTok and stuff, they can hear me. But now, damn, my bad, man. I apologize. I didn't know that the mic was, I don't know that the mic died. Yeah, but the mic is good now. Listen, y'all all sit up here and heard me talk to y'all about the Divine Nine, Sigma Pi Phi BOULE. I'm about to show y'all that next National Panhellenic Council, man. Right? These organizations right here represent the crab barrel system, right? It's the system that has been put in place to create a buffer class of the allegedly so-called upper echelon of Black society, foundational Black Americans at that. Yeah, right? And they were used to not only push agendas, but to recruit and indoctrinate other Black folks to become part of this crab barrel system, to continue to, over now 3 generations, this buffer class that the upper echelon can use as a go-between, as a, as a conduit to have influence in our communities in areas of authority, power, influence. The members of the Divine Nine infiltrate all industries: finance, politics, entertainment, sports, media, industry, education, right? My man Dan Patrick, what's happening, man? Yeah, they definitely always are too, right? Yeah, them AKA chicks always be the baddest ones on campus, man. I wonder if their girls, if Alpha Kappa Alpha ever contemplated or thought about why Alpha Kappa Alpha only allows the pretty girls to be a part of their sorority. Right. That's a whole nother topic, a whole nother show. If I would have to do that specifically on the Alpha Kappa Alpha. That's another topic for another day. I wonder if they know that. I know some of the people who are higher ups probably know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Right. You know the one thing about an organization, y'all, if you join an organization, let me ask y'all a question, matter of fact. Let me ask y'all a question. Don't y'all think it's best to find out everything you could possibly know about an organization before you join it? Put a number 11 in the chat if you agree with that. I don't know, maybe it's just me, man. It's just the natural intuitiveness and questioning in me that's going to always make me do my due diligence on something before I just sign or go along with it or, give any type of attention to, And these organizations right here, y'all, have been used to infiltrate, manipulate. Monique Robinson, what's up? What you love, man? Yeah, man. I know a lot of y'all may be a part of one of these organizations. I know some of y'all family members, friends, loved ones may be parts of these organizations. And on the front, right, publicly, they do good works in the neighborhood, or should I say community. Every year that we have the African American male walk for wellness, all the Divine Nine be here, like all of them. So they participate in things like that. And like I say, publicly on the front, you know, they do community involvement. You know, they have alumni, you know what I'm saying? They got their whole little process and their structure, hierarchy and everything and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And they get, you know what I'm saying, you're associated with them, can get you in the various fields, you know what I'm talking about. And just like the you know what I'm saying, Freemasons, right? Which a lot of these people are also Masons and Freemasons. And we're going to talk about that next week, right? I wanted to talk about these people first and then get to that, right? Instead of the other way around, right? Most of the people who are parts of these organizations are also members of Masonic organizations. So with that being said, people who join the Divine Nine and don't know this or don't want to admit this or accept this, these are in their origins, in essence, demonic organizations. Yeah. Right. Now, everybody who's a part of the Divine Nine isn't evil and isn't like on some nefarious stuff. Most of the people who are part of the Divine Nine are just people who are like front people, or like people who are like on the bottom totem of the totem pole of the hierarchy of the organization. Right. And I will go as far as to say as the ones who are the members of the Divine Nine, but they are not members of Masonic organizations, those are the ones who probably are just, you know, parts of the fraternity or sorority. And, you know, when they went to college, it just was cool. And they think it was something that was attaching them to their Black culture, which it is in a sense, because the Divine Nine is absolutely a foundational Black American situation, or should I say, a lot of people who are, they're definitely FBA'S. I gotta be 1,000 with y'all. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some, I guess you could say foreigners that are part of these organizations. There are even some white people who are members of these organizations, and other races as well. I think just recently, not too long ago, a few years ago, they started allowing other races to join the Divine Nine fraternities, right? You know, and these organizations were funded by families like the 13 families, you feel me, members of them, founded by, you know, the Astor family, the Rothschild family. Yeah. There's diversity in the Divine Nine, all right, true. There's diversity, all right, true. There's diversity, all right. The Astor family, the Rothschilds, the Schiffs, right? Those type of families. These are the people behind the National Panhellenic Council, Sigma Pi Phi, BOULE, Divine Nine fraternities, right? And they created this system as a go-between so they could have influence, right, in Black community and affairs post-slavery and even Reconstruction, all the way up until today. right? And you know, they have, like I say, man, you know, just like, you know, they have literally infiltrated every industry. Most of the people you see on TV, most of the people you see playing football, basketball, most of the people you see in media, politics, business, people who own or on chair boards of corporations. Mr. O, what's happening, Joe? They are chock filled with members of the Divine Nine. And at the upper echelon of the Divine Nine, you have Sigma Pi Phi BOULE. You see, they got it structured like a Masonic organization, but they're not Y'all can hear me? See, man, listen, man. I'll be telling y'all, man, and I just was telling them on Facebook and TikTok, man, the unintelligent artificial intelligence don't want y'all to hear this stuff being broke down like this, man. Resident essence to Stephen Coakley, man. Right? Right. Y'all can hear me, right? Put a number 11 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Y'all should be able to hear me. Right? I tell y'all, man, y'all know how it is, man. Y'all know how it is. This is something that happens a lot over here at A Real Talk, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't want y'all sitting up here getting this stuff broke down and them dots getting connected like that, man. Put a number 11 in the chat on YouTube if y'all can hear me, man. Before I continue, I want to make sure y'all can hear me. I'm looking at my mic. My mic is on. You know what I'm saying? So y'all should hear me. But yeah, man, when you speak in truth to power, man, the unintelligent artificial intelligence don't want you to sit up there and you feel me? Oh, y'all okay? I just want to make sure y'all can hear me, man. You know, I keep trying to tell y'all, man. And it's like I said, it ain't me, man. My internet is fine. And I did a diagnostic check, fine. Everything, all my other devices work fine. All right. But it might be a StreamYard thing too. Like I say, on Friday, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be it's a day off for me, so I'm gonna take care of some things on Friday, and I think I'm gonna switch over to Restream, man. You feel me? We want to see what that Restream info. But yeah, though, man, the Divine Nine, man, at its core and at its foundation, they are offshoots of demonic origins through their Masonic structure and origins as well. Because like I said, a lot of the people who are at the upper echelon of the Divine Nine, the people who are members of this organization right here, so you got the Divine Nine, they got it set up like a Masonic structure, right? But then you have the, you know what I'm talking about? You know, we got these people at the top. But, they got it set up like a Masonic structure. See? All right. They got it set up like a Masonic structure, a hierarchical structure. You know? And when you talk to some of these guys, you talk to people, people you may know or come across who are members of these organizations. And when you talk to them about things of this nature, most of them actually kind of get on the next. Right? But, I'm saying it's either one of two things, maybe a combination of both. It's either one, they just don't know, which means they're ignorant, or two, they do and they're feigning ignorance. Maybe a combination of the two, right? But this is why I said, who joins the organization without knowing everything or as much as possible about the organization? organization, especially organization that requires so much loyalty and so much dedication to it through ritual and sacrifice, right? Any organization that requires you to go through rituals and sacrifices, think about that now. You might want to know as much as you can about it before you pledge your allegiance to it. I would strongly suggest that. And I would strongly suggest that y'all do y'all's own due. Listen here, don't go off of anything I say. Although I'm giving y'all the irrefutable facts, nothing I'm showing y'all is something I conjured up out of my mind to, you know, ridicule these organizations. These are all facts as I'm showing y'all, as I'm looking it up on the computer. That's the reason why I do that too, so y'all can see in real time that I'm showing y'all that I'm not making, this is all public information, right? My nigga's funny as hell, man. The Divine Nine, Sigma Pi Phi. It's the upper echelon of the Divine Nine organizations. Most of these guys are Masons. They're either Prince Hall Freemasons, they're either Elks, Shriners, Blue Level Lodge Freemasons, Scottish Rite, or York Rite Freemasons. Right? Most of them, especially when they get at this level. Right, but not everybody who's a part of the Masonic organizations are part of the Divine Nine. Right, so y'all got to understand there's levels to this stuff, man. There's levels to it. You need it's levels, right? Right. Now, I've been telling y'all about this organization for a long, long time, but I'm going to do something different this time, though, right? Rest in the essence to Stephen Coakley, right? Stephen Coakley was a African studies, Middle Eastern studies, Black American and African history professor. I forget what school he taught at. But once he became aware of the structure of the Divine Nine system, as he was working in these universities, man, he began to say, oh, shit, you know what I'm saying? This is how they doing it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to listen to a little bit of my brother Stephen Coakley's video. And if y'all want to, y'all can go on y'all's own and research Stephen Coakley. I suggest y'all do. He's a good source of information. He's a library on legs. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful brother, man. He just passed a few years ago. If I'm not mistaken, like 3 or 4 years, like 5 years. He died within the past like 5 to 10 years, man. Since I've been home, this brother passed since I've been home. You know what I'm saying? Rest in the essence to Stephen Coakley. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Stephen Coakley was a gangster, man. You feel me? Stephen Coakley was a gangster, G. And he was one of the first the main ones to be exposing the Divine Nine and the BOULE, man.
Brother Omar. Brother Omar, I need something grapey or lemony. Yes, exactly like we just got here together. Many people will see the tape and the videotape, wonder why everybody was so lightly greeting each other. It's because we have been talking for a while. And we have now stepped forward to have a discussion about the black male secret society known as Sigma Pi Phi, acronym the BOULE, B-O-U-L-E. We will do our best to show you the information related to the BOULE. That's what this lecture is about. I could give the entire lecture and quote every inch of the documentation without looking at it. I know them that well. But this is my responsibility, my night, to show you the information so that you could look at it with me and double affirm the fact that much of our black press, as much as we like it, has not been honest in talking about this group of black men, for they respect it very highly and never speak negatively against it. We also know that we've had many black people who've been a member of it and have never, ever broken the code or the creed and spoken to one who was a non-member. Though they pledge and swear that their goal is to represent you, you will have a hard time believing it when they don't even seek to let you know that they who help you are. And so, and
I want y'all to think about what Steve just said right there, man. Right? Now pay attention to what he said. Men. So with that being said, although we have female sororities and male fraternities at the upper echelon Sigma Pi Phi level, the BOULE, is only men. There's no female BOULEs. Right? Now, unless this is something that I'm not privy to, but due to my knowledge, research, and my current, understanding right now, there's no females in Sigma Pi Phi. Right? None at all. You know what I'm talking about? So, we're just gonna let that be known right there. You know what I mean? And I say that because at the upper echelon of these organizations, you know what I'm saying, they're male dominated. Just like when it comes to the sororities and fraternities amongst, the YT folks. It's the same way. So ain't no ladies, no members of any YALL fraternities, right? At the upper echelon of them, goddamn Scrolling Key Society, you know what I'm talking about? Goddamn I can't even think. I'm Skull and Bones. You feel me? Type societies. You feel me? Yeah, ain't no, the female sororities, they don't have no access to that upper echelon level, right? Shout out to the homie Stephen Cole.
July 17th, 1990, July 18th, 1990, the Los Angeles Times did a front page story on the left column about elite fraternity of black men. Excuse me, brother. I saw that one get away. I'm just shaming myself. I stand back here. This elite fraternity of black men were described in the article as being influential, as being somewhat like Skull and Bones at Yale. And as it said these things, I was a little in awe, as the others, brothers in African Minds United and the Coalition Against Black Exploitation, as we all were intrigued by the fact that this group of men could have been in existence and we not know about them. And even other brothers and sisters. I remember talking to a brother who had been National Executive Secretary of Sigma, Phi Beta Sigma, been in fraternity land 37 years, had heard nothing of the BOULE ever.
See, and that's what I told y'all. There's levels to this stuff, man. So, and I've had conversations with people who are members of these organizations. People who I know personally, right? And it just amazes me when I present this information to them, how they don't have it, and let me tell you what I'm gonna finish this out though, right? They have no inclination, no knowledge, not privy to, never even heard of the BOULE, right? And like I said, let me finish what I was saying. Or they acting like they don't. Right? What's the number rule in Fight Club? We don't talk about Fight Club. What's the number 2 rule in Fight Club? We don't talk about Fight Club. Right? Yeah. Right. But I'm not naive. I don't assume that people are stupid when they're in certain positions. Right? Although stupid people can be in certain positions that you would think is a position of authority or prestige or whatever, prominence. But for the most part, stupid people aren't. Right? And I'm just saying, I don't think that most of y'all that I've talked to, when I talk to y'all concerning this topic, maybe y'all just was feigning ignorance. Basically meaning you was lying. Or you just don't know, which is, I don't know which is worse, right? But anyway, it's crazy how people can be parts of these organizations and not know this stuff, right? Either they don't know because they just don't know, or they don't know because they acting like they don't know, right? But two things can be true, right? Shout out to the brother Stephen Coakley, rest in the essence to him, right? I want y'all to go research Stephen Coakley, man. This brother was a brilliant brother, man. You hear me? And there was very nefarious things surrounding his death, if I do remember, man.
Though its founder had been a member. And so, as we began to talk about it with other people around the country, we began to realize that people didn't know about it. How you doing, Bro Warren? And not knowing that people didn't know about it, we just assumed that it was incidental, that everybody must know something about it, and that it was not mysterious or connected to all of those other things we had previously been talking about, like Cecil Rhodes and Baron de Rothschild and all the Halls of Haters, ADL and the Diamond Jewish Connection. We've been talking about the Trilateral Commission, who is responsible for this economic summit that you'll be seeing on TV the next 3-4 days. You need to know.
Like I told y'all in the beginning, the Divine Nine is a creature of the very Khazarian demons that I've always been telling y'all about. Right? The very same people, right? You heard all the people that Stephen Coakley just named off, right? Some of those names I said earlier, right? And I want y'all to understand that just like J. Edgar Hoover said, who is part of this structure or was part of this structure, if there ever is another Black Messiah, right? Or it won't be another Black Messiah unless we create him. And the Boule Sigma Pi Phi lower levels, Divine Nine, is how they set that up to make sure they have insight, make sure they have some type of hand, right? And making sure if another Black Messiah rise up, they gonna know about it. Much like how when Herod set out his edict to off every little boy who was 2 and under. Y'all remember that? Right? So when y'all think about the Divine Nine, y'all think about these sororities. It amazes me how the people who are members of these organizations do not know this information. And especially nowadays, the days of the internet, social engineering, I would like to think that y'all, the Divine Nine, have seen Stephen Coakley's work online. I'm not stupid. I'm not naive. I don't assume that people don't know, especially people who's supposed to be smart, right? But just think about the people who's supposed to be smart. People you know who are members of these organizations who have I guess what you would say are prestigious jobs or careers. And they don't know about this stuff. LeBron James knows about this organization, and he didn't even go to college. Huh? So what is LeBron repping for? Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know that the Alpha Kappa Alpha chicks do be fun. I gotta say that. Let's go.
That anybody, Carl Rowan came on the radio right here in LA, and my friends jumped him because we jumping them in every city. And when they jumped him, he said the Trilateral Commission ain't done nothing. But the Trilateral Commission went to the president and had him set up the annual economic summit starting in '76, France. So when you listen to how your destiny of your country, they say, rides on that meeting, you wonder how Rowan could make such an allegation. But knowing as a BOULE in Washington, D.C. Epsilon chapter, his goal is to never speak of the high, white, and mighty whom the BOULE, all 3,300, are sworn to protect. Yes, these brothers that we are pushing up against the wall have taken a sworn oath that they will never expose the whites that they know actually run the world. They, in ambition and in deference to liberation and respect of the race, agreed to maintain the status quo of white supremacy, which has two levels of white supremacy: a local, limited, parochial side, the Ku Klux Klan, the Reardons, the Kenny Hans, the local clans, but has a powerful, more mighty upper crust, which probably would include Occidental Petroleum and Arco and Exxon and Mobil Oil and the Rockefeller Foundation and other influential, wealthy families and institutions.
Rothschilds, Oppenheimers, Schiffs, Warburgs, Rockefellers, Roosevelts, Careys, Forbes, Astors. I mean, we just keep going and going and going and going. All these families, Schwab, right? And all the various other names that they use. The Divine Nine, like I said, is a buffer class, and each of the Divine Nine, right? Each of the Divine Nine is assigned to one of the families, right? And at the upper echelon, you have the BOULE. And like I said, they set it up like a Masonic structure. And they created this buffer class of these black folks to infiltrate us and to undermine us, man, through the guise of higher education and organizations that can get connections for when you graduate from college, you can go start in your career field somewhere. Right? Rest in the essence to Stephen Coakley, man.
So what we're talking about is, why haven't you heard of those people who are in the secret society? It's because the people who you look to, who you would most suspect would tell you, have sworn that they never will. And because of that, that leaves the sub-leadership, the other group of people that you like a lot, that leaves them to tell you, the heads of the various organizations as you know them. But if you listen to them, they have never said of these black men, for that they did not know. Which means that Malcolm, we know, knew of these men. We know Marcus Garvey knew of these men, because their crowning, most outstanding achievement was the physical elimination and castigation of Marcus Garvey, and the insistence and the climate setting that brought about the death of Malcolm X.
Listen, my man Steve Coakley had his, man, listen here, he did his due diligence.
For both of those men, international in perspective and insight, were a threat to the very whites that they're sworn to protect.
Right, and just to give y'all some more background, man, who do y'all think was behind and involved with Black Wall Street out there in Oklahoma and Tulsa with the big homie O.W. Gurley, who had stuff on lock out there amongst him and his compatriots, man? O.W. Gurley, man, and I see why they ain't make no movie about O.W., man. O.W. was a gangster. Y'all do y'all research on O.W. Gurley. Billionaire, multi-billionaire, back in the 20s. Super rich ninja. And they hated him because he was of a different breed. And he didn't bow down to the Divine Nine. He ran them up out of Tulsa, actually. That's why I went in there and set him up like that. And then after that, they bombed Tulsa. Yeah. And it's not, and this is something that we got to start, and I'm going to start doing this too. I want y'all to understand that there's a difference, right? Right. YT folks are used as a buffer class too for these people. See, listen, these people don't think of themselves as YT. Right? These Khazarian demons y'all hear me talk about all the time. They don't consider themselves to be white. Right? But they did use white people to do it. But the people who are actually behind what happened in Tulsa aren't essentially the YT people who were used to commit the actual acts. The people who are behind it, orchestrating, funding, those are those who claim that they are used but are really of the synagogue of Satan, right? And they use the Divine Nine, man. You got to think these organizations came about right after slavery, post-slavery, pre, and going into Reconstruction. Early Jim Crow organization was created. Right? They needed to create an offshoot from the Masonic Lodge or something from the Masonic organization that has allowed Black people to start joining like 100 years earlier. Maybe a little more than 100 years earlier. Right. What y'all know about that? Right. And we're going to do the history of the Masons and stuff next week. Right. What y'all talking about in the comment section, man? Right. And they set it up, like I said, in a Masonic structure, man. So, right. So it's either a combination of the two. When you run into these people, they're going to either perk like they don't know what you're talking about, or they act, or they really don't know what you're talking about. Right. And I'm going to say that sometimes it can be a mixture of the two. Just like in Masonic organizations, there's levels to it. And once you go through the sacrifices and rituals, you get to climb the ladder, so to speak, right? And they set it up in the same exact way. But when they created these so-called historically Black college universities, which none of them were founded or funded by Black people, not one of them, not one of the schools that are listed as a HBCU was founded by Black people, not one. They're not even named after Black people, right? Most of them, right? And they use fraternal organizations of the Divine Nine to infiltrate and to get into our communities and, you know, grab up our most intelligent, our most, you know, genius, our most gifted young Black people and just get them to go to college. This was the whole point of creating the education system. Because before we started sending our kids to college, kids when they worked on the family farm or in the family business. Like, man, listen here, man. Foundational Black American History Month, man. We're going to get to it, man. Right? That's the Stephen Coakley.
You don't get killed for any other reason than jeopardizing the whites of the whites that run the world. Martin King, who was a boule, met the bullet, not for the civil rights thing, but for the international war thing that got 2 Kennedy boys killed also. So we're looking at a group of men who have protected murderers. So what is the crime of this boule, as we allege? As many of them say, why do you step to my doorstep and accuse me of these things, which I know not? But their so-called limited understanding is in fact defiance and woven into the oath that they swear that they will never even act like they know who these people really are. We have challenged these radio, TV, in the street, on numerous occasions. Kurt Smoke, the mayor of Baltimore.
I like when he said, listen, I've done the same thing, dog. I've done the same thing. And like I said, I don't just assume that people are stupid. I don't assume that people are ignorant. I don't assume that people don't know. You know, I don't assume that people are stupid, man. I just don't do that. Right? I don't do that, man. Especially when they are members of organizations like this. And then they reach to the upper echelons of them. I won't accept that these people do not know this, what I know. Like I said, this is very public information. It's not information that you have to like dig under rocks and stuff to find. It's very public, very easy accessible information. It's all over the internet. Right? So these people will feign ignorance, basically, is what I'm saying, and that's what Stephen is saying as well. They'll feign ignorance. Right? Lie right to your face and just look at you like you're crazy and you sitting up, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. We can't have, this is the stuff that we got to address on our endeavor, our journey of getting on code with each other and getting on one accord with each other and delineating, right? We got to also look in-house. Also got to look in-house, y'all. Seriously. Got to look in-house because this is where a lot of the, so-called ops is at. Lots of them. You did? Lots of them. Members of these organizations, man. You know, let's go.
Jesse Jackson, the head of the Rainbow Coalition, Cecil Murray, all the way down the line. These people that we have challenged have never been able to stand up and honestly turn around and say the truth to the matter. And we understand that. So our job is to come to you with the information so that you can make up your mind. There are several affirmations about this process that we must agree to. A Greek is a fraud. A Greek is a fraud. Now, there are a lot of people going to hear this all over the country. And they want to know, do you understand that a Greek is a fraud? So I want you to holler out if you think that a Greek is a fraud. A Greek is a fraud. Oh, let me try that one more time. You might not be ready because this is going to go to people all over the country. And they want to know, do you believe this? Because if you believe this, this comes to a certain conclusion that will produce other action, which you have affirmed. Is a Greek a fraud? Did the Greek steal from Kemet?
Yes.
Okay. If the Greeks stole from Kemet and a Greek is a fraud, what then is the fate of those who have perpetrated the Greek in spite of the fact?
Fraud. Yeah, fraud.
Somebody finally caught on. Everybody hollered fraud. Okay, that's the crime, right? Somebody else gave a sentence. The suggestion is clear that the ebony 100 most influential ought to be -9. It ought to be the top 91. Because the 9 Greeks ought to back out while there's still time. I'm making a suggestion to the Greek connection, even to those in the room. You might be just an alpha or a sigma, or a zeta, or an AKA. You might just be a little Greek.
That's right.
But you're a Greek nevertheless. And soon you're gonna see, because when someone tell me they're gonna back up a move on the BOULE, the first move you're gonna see on every telephone pole in LA is the Greek thing is dead. That's the first move you're gonna see. And all the Greeks, the Alpha, the Kappa, the Omega, and the Sigma, show you right. The AKA, the Zeta, the Sigma, Gamma, Rho, and the Delta. They will all be informed publicly. Please do not have a public manifestation of the Greek thing. Don't have a big dinner. Don't have a big reception. Don't put it in the paper that you're coming. Because I suggest to you that we're going to start to visit you at your things.
That's right.
And ask you to prove your Greek thing on the spot. In the back row will be the cameramen, because everyone's going to need to see your faces when we show up. We might dress up like a Greek and act a little Greek so you can get a reflection of yourself.
That's right.
I say.
And y'all wonder why our brother Stephen Coakley came up dead mysteriously a couple of years ago. Very nefarious things surrounding Stephen Coakley's death. Right? Yep, 2000. No, hold on, my fault. I lied. It wasn't. He didn't die. He died in 2012. So while I was locked up. Well, it seemed like it was when I was out, man, and I heard about that. Maybe I just was late. Right? Rest in the essence to our brother Stephen Coakley, man. He was putting us up on game early about these people, man. Right? I keep telling y'all think I be saying that to sound slick. No, agent provocateurs and rabble rousers abound amongst us. So we got to think about not just the agent provocateurs and rabble rousers of other groups of people, but the ones that are in ours. Other groups of people don't have these, well, they got similar organizations, but they don't have specific organizations for there ain't no Latino BOULE. It ain't even no African BOULE, although some of them were members of the Divine Nine. Right? Shout out to this brother Stephen Coakley, man. This dude is a brave dude, man. You feel me? Very nefarious things surrounding his death, man. Right? They try to label our brother Stephen Coakley as an anti-Semite. Rest in the essence to Stephen, man. He was a gangster, man. Steve was a G, man. Do your research on Stephen Coakley, man. This dude was a G, man. All right? Let's go. Smash that like, go click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Listen, man, we breaking down this history right here, man, because listen, man, these organizations operate under the guise of helping out our community, advocating for us to strive to be, people of importance and educated and get into all the different fields of industry that run this world, right? Creating a constant conveyor belt buffer class, gatekeepers, if you would, right? Because people join these fraternities because they want to be able to get a good job and all that when they get out of college, right? So they have to go through the rituals and the sacrifices when they pledge these fraternities while they're in school in order to be able to reap the benefits from that. And in the process of doing that while they're in school is when they get indoctrinated the most, right?
If you remember JFK, they was running around playing Roman. All right. So we make a suggestion that we're in a process of penetrating a group of circles, and that these circles are webs, which are numerous organizations just beyond the BOULE. We have asked members of Greek fraternities to show the handshake to the others in the audience, and on every single occasion they have refused. That goes to show that even though we may be in their best interests, there is a bridge that will separate us, which cannot be tolerated when we're under attack. We did the lecture Africa 93. We showed that the white man is pushing colonialism without hesitation, and he's saying it publicly and openly. And under those circumstances, deviation can't be tolerated. So some of you who have asked, what can you do, will be asked, can you go to the big white hotels where the Greeks give the other Greeks their money? Can you go down there with me on the night, Friday night, when they got the big dinner? See if we can get some answers for this Greek thing. Hold up some pictures of Greek and ask them which one is their daddy. Or hold some pictures of some fallen Cometians or Akibalans or Azanians and ask, do you support the ones that did this? We must confront our people, for it is our people that have tolerated the jam that we're in, and these people are at the top of our people.
I keep trying to tell y'all, man. This is one of the reasons why I constantly, over the years, been talking about these people, man, because it is important. This is one of the main reasons why we need to focus on our community. This is one of the main reasons why it's such a danger, such a threat for us to be delineating. Because they know when we finally get on this path to delineation, they know it's going to lead to finding out this information. And we're going to see how deep the tentacles of the Divine Nine are in our community and amongst us foundational Black Americans. These are the very people that's keeping us where we at. Right? You have to understand how it works. Yellow D, what's happening, man? Yellow D, man. Hey, listen here. And that's very interesting that my brother Yellow D asked that question. He said, how long before LeBron number gets called? I'm curious to see how that plays out. Listen, y'all see LeBron and sit up there and win ball. He trying his damnness to not retire. He talking about this talks of him possibly going back to Cleveland and everything, man. Listen. And I'm not saying that because this donut I'm eating is good, but although it is. Right? That's an awesome question. Right? Matter of fact, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. And I done showed y'all this many times before. Many times before I have shown y'all this image. I want to find the right one. Yeah, here we is right here. All right. I done showed y'all this image before. Many times before I done showed y'all this image. But I'm going to show y'all it again. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to find a better one. I think because I know I can get a better one. All right. But I done showed y'all this before, though. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Share on your social engineering. I done showed y'all this image plenty of times, man. Bro, I said LeBron didn't even go to college, man. So that just let y'all know, man. Right? And I don't speak too much on this because LeBron is my younger brother, man. You know what I'm saying? And I love my brother LeBron, man. I really do. I'm glad that he was able to create himself into the man he is today. I'm glad he was able to have an opportunity to create generational wealth with his family. But when I saw this, right? When I saw this is when I knew. I said, oh, yeah, LeBron, man. LeBron. So to answer my brother Yellow D's question, right? LeBron knows that the La Momenta de la Troga is upon him. Let's just say that, right? And LeBron's been knowing this. That's why he's not you know, really trying to retire for real, right? And LeBron James, man, didn't go to college. He's not a member of the Divine Nine, right? He's not a member of the Divine Nine, but he's an honorary member, though. Like I said, LeBron didn't go to college. Remember, LeBron straight from out of high school, right? But when LeBron, when I remember seeing this tattoo on his chest, I said, "Ooh." Minister Farrakhan, he didn't go to college, but he's the honorary member of what's that? I can't remember who he's an honorary member of. Yeah, he's an honorary member of Omega Psi Phi. Louis Farrakhan is. Yeah, but LeBron, man, you know, I hate to say it, man, but La Momento de la Troga, you know what I'm saying, is definitely coming for LeBron, man. Definitely. For sure. Y'all remember what happened with Bronny, right? Now, do you my Lord. My Lord. Shout out to young Bronny, man. You know what I'm talking about? My Lord. What's that? LeBron James predicted to make stunning $49 million choice and leave Lakers in pursuit of fifth ring. LeBron, man, just like that song from the Eagles back in the day, y'all, man. You can check out, but you can never leave. Now, one thing y'all should keep in mind when it comes to our homie LeBron, let me ask y'all a question. Let me see if y'all on the same type of wavelength I'm on. Who comes to mind when you think about LeBron James and the question my brother Yellow D just asked me? Who comes to y'all's mind? Oh, Monique already said it, man. And I didn't even notice that comment. Hey, man, rest in the essence to my brother Bing. Let's just say LeBron, you're on deck, right? And LeBron knows this too. Hey, y'all, listen here, y'all. Let me take my hold on. Let me do some. Hold on. Let me because this y'all we family up in here, man, and I gotta let y'all know how real this is, man. Right? Hey, LeBron know. Right? LeBron knows this, y'all. He knows this. LeBron is in deep pause. So deep. But his time is up. His time is up. Right? What are you going to do? Right? I told y'all, man, when it comes to this stuff, man, Sacrifices must be made. Always understand when you're dealing with these people, man, sacrifices will be made. Or else. I'm telling you, man. Mm, 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 mm. Sacrifices must be made. Always remember that, y'all. So, you know, man, LeBron knows what time it is. LeBron, don't think LeBron don't know. He know more than anybody, right? We about to go to my brother Larry. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to my brother Stephen Coakley real quick. I want y'all to see how these people. These are very prominent people in history and so-called Black history. A lot of y'all hold them in high regard. Y'all didn't know that there was members of this organization, right?
As a guarantee from white people. Yes, the whites guarantee the BOULE prosperity and notoriety. I'm telling you, we done put a lot of pressure on these people. Turned a lot of them into flat tires. I saw one of the tires blown up last week in the LA Times, trying to put air back in a tire we flattened for supporting the BOULE.
Check.
Check. This is the founder of the BOULE, Henry Minton. If this was color, you'd see he's light, almost white.
Henry McKee Minton. Henry McKee Minton. And there's ninjas like him still running around to this day. He's silly as hell for saying that, damn Patrick, man. That's messed up, man. You plotting on that man's wife already? That's wild, man. That's wild as hell, man. Ninjas like this ninja here, they running around to this day. Now, who are they? Who y'all think they is? Right? This is why we need to delineate. This is why we need to get on code. This is why we need to focus on us and our house, because we got these ninjas still alive and rampant, man. More so now than ever they have been. Right? I have to say, that's wild. Huh? Who y'all think these ninjas is today? Oh, Henry McKee mentioned as ninjas today. Right, let's go.
Because in the early aspects of the organization, there was a lot of that. Henry Minton is the founder and so-called pioneering spirit. Brother was kind, knowing I needed a point of the organization Sigma Pi Phi. The head man of the organization is called the Grand Sire Archon. AR.
The Grand Sire Archon. Archon is a name for a demon. Did y'all know that? Archons are another word for demons, man. Please understand that, man. Let's go, man. Shout out to
CHON is what a member is called after they have been inducted. They're an Archon. He was the Grand Poobah from 1908 to 1909. Then became Grand Sire Archon Emeritus. The Grand Sire Archon is the head of the national boule. The head of the local boule is called Sire Archon. So the head of the LA chapter is Sire Archon. A member in any boule is called just Archon. So it's Archon is a member, Sire Archon is the local head, Grand Sire Archon is the only head, the titular head. The Grand Sire Archon and those other top positions of the boule have absolute and supreme authority over every boule chapter, which are called subordinate chapters. Every subordinate chapter of the boule is compelled to respond to the wishes of the Grand Sire Archon and the executive committee. This is from the history of Sigma Pi Phi. That's the history book of the organization. The history of Sigma Pi Phi. It's written by an alpha named Charles Wesley.
Charles H. Wesley. Charles H. Wesley founded Central State University right here in my home state of Ohio. Right? Right? Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. Just give me a couple seconds, y'all. Right. My fault. I apologize about that. Charles H. Wesley founded Wilberforce, right? Or was the president of Wilberforce University. My mom went to Wilberforce University, right? Right. Charles H. Wesley. He was a founding member of Sigma Pi Phi. And he was in good with this guy right here, Henry McKee Menson. And that's who Steve's talking about right now.
Who wrote the history book for FBA'S as well. Didn't he? Didn't he? And then the Alpha's here. And yes, okay, he did write it, yes. In that, he said, in summary, Menton wanted to create an organization which would partake, in his own words, of, quote, the tenets of Skull and Bones at Yale. Now, in the July 18th article on Skull and Bones, on the Boule in the LA Times, and I'm going to show you the original article that we first found on the subject, and I want to show you what it says.
My man Steve had, you know, this back in the day, he had the projector with the plastic slides.
Because in the article, you get the impression. And I just want to, when they say Skull and Bones at Yale, that's what they're talking about. That's the logo for Skull and Bones at Yale. Now, who would want to be patterned after that?
All right. And that's just a brief little history on the founders, right? These were key Black people in history. I think Henry McKee Minton helped to found Central State University in Ohio. Charles H. Wesley, who wrote the Alpha Phi Alpha Handbook and co-founded the BOULE, Sigma Phi BOULE with Henry McKee Minton. Charles H. Wesley was the president of Wilberforce University in Ohio. Central State and Wilberforce, they're both in Wilberforce, Ohio. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right next to Central State. All right. Yeah, man. These are the guys, man. These guys are alive today, man. When I mean alive, I don't mean these guys. I mean their spirit is alive. We got these same dudes running around today. This is why I say, man, we got to do away with the Divine Nine. We have to dismantle it. We got to find out who the people are who really run stuff, not just the bottom members. Not just the people who we see, you know, your auntie or something like that. We talk about people who high up, man. People who, you know, like people like Oprah Winfrey. Right? Yep, right up there in Wilberforce, Ohio, man. That's the turf, man. Right, but now we about to get to my brother Gators, man. My brother Bishop Larry Gators, man. Shout out to my brother Gators, man. Gators be breaking it down too. Right?
Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
His heart was missing.
Yeah.
And during that case, the parents of Trayvon Martin had no idea where he was for a period of about 4 days. They did not know where his body was. Now, former Vice President Dick Cheney was in the area during that time. Then all of a sudden, he gets a heart transplant. Now, I'm not trying to put two and two together. I am what I call an apostolic assassin and a Pentecostal mercenary. In other words, my job is to decapitate the system. So Trayvon Martin's body was serviced by what I call a BOULE Sicker Society funeral home. Now, for your
let's go there.
Just let him cook. Just let Larry cook.
Oh, thank you, Brother Jake. So the BOULE Sicker Society is the equivalent of Yale University Skulls and Bones, because Black Americans were forbidden, ladies and gentlemen, of joining the Yale University Skulls and Bones. So with Rockefeller money, on the 15th of May 1904 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Rockefellers were the ones that created the BOULE Sicker Society, which is a Black Sicker Society that's now headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. Which they
Isn't it called the Prince Albert Masons?
Yes, absolutely, and they're all interconnected. And so
Prince Hall, not Prince Albert, Prince Hall. Prince Hall Freemasons. And they were founded by a guy named Prince Hall, right, whose father was a YT man, right, who was a member of the Scottish Rite or the York Rite of Freemasonry, right? And he used his half-blood son to create Prince Hall Freemasons in order to do what? Infiltrate us. And the Prince Hall Freemasons was founded, if I'm not mistaken, in 1764. So the Prince Hall Freemasons been around a long time. Guess who Prince Hall was homeboys with? Guess who Prince Hall was homeboys with? Guess who Prince Hall was homeboys with? That's why I say, man, all this stuff is fake, man. This history is all contrived and fake. Let me show y'all this real quick. I'll be having the show, and you know, my Haitian ninjas, right? They don't like this. My Haitian ninjas don't like this, right? But you gotta do the history, man. That's why I tell y'all do your due diligence. Prince Hall and Toussaint Louverture were homeboys. Toussaint Louverture was a Prince Hall Freemason, along with his homeboy, right? A couple years apart, right? Prince Hall a little bit older than him. He was kind of like his. He was his benefactor, if you would. You know that Greek thing. Pause. And Toussaint Louverture, who allegedly led the Haitian revolt. Allegedly, like I said, man, we've been lied to about history, y'all, man. Him and Prince Hall was homeboys, man. Prince Hall's the guy who founded Prince Hall Freemasonry, right? Half breed, boy. Yeah, Toussaint Louverture, man. He ain't who we've been told he is. Most of us don't even know who Prince Hall is. This is why I say we gotta do our due diligence, y'all, man. This is why it's important for us to delineate. This is why it's going mainstream, and they're trying to do everything to associate this FBA thing with a group or organization, a hierarchical structural organization of people who are in positions of authority. It ain't ran like that because that's not what it is. But they're trying to make it to be that and be on alert for these new ninjas, man. These new agent provocateur, rabble rouser ass ninjas. These new Henry McKee Minton ass ninjas. These new Charles H. Wesley ass ninjas. Who could they be now? Who could the new BOULE class be that's right in our face? I asked y'all that question. Roland Martin is Alpha Phi Alpha. Did y'all know that? Let's go. We about to get back to the video. My brother Gator's about to break it down. Shout out to my brother Larry Gators, man.
Oh, the Prince Hall Masonic Order, you cannot become a Boule Secret Society member without being a...
See, this is what I just told you. I said, most of the people who are members of the Divine Nine, the lower levels, they're just regular members of the fraternity or the sorority, right? I told you all they designed it in a Masonic structure, hierarchical from the top down, right? Which means you have to go through levels of initiation, ritualistic circumcision, to go up. Shaq is Omega Psi Phi. Shaq is absolutely Boule. Absolutely. Think about who's Boule. Shaq is also a Prince Hall Freemason. In order to become a fraternal order police officer, you have to... I told y'all, man, this structure runs deep. They are infiltrated every aspect of our society. And they have done so through us so they can keep tabs on us, so they can make sure ain't no goddamn black messiahs rising up out of us that they don't know about or create. We slip through the cracks because there's so many of us. They can't stop us all. But the buffer class that they created is a hell of a weeding out process, if you would. Right? Shout out to my brother Larry Gators, man.
Prince, a member of the Prince Masonic Order, the Prince Hall Masonic Order. So you got Barack Obama, his boyfriend Michelle Obama.
That's what I love about my brother Gators, man. He ain't got no chill. And he gonna say what it is. Listen. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? When this information comes out, all I'm gonna say is, I'm not even gonna listen, I'm gonna just be like, allegedly. Allegedly. All things is going to be exposed, man. These people are not who we think or led to think they are. And if y'all think certain people's names ain't in the list, y'all crazy. All of these people are involved. All of them. Y'all thought Diddy was something? Nah, that's just like a little guppy to, a little something to distract y'all, man. But the odd thing about it, y'all, is Puffy was involved with the exact same people that Epstein was involved with. Just not on the level that Epstein was all the way. He was almost there, but not quite yet. He was not quite yet. You feel me? Let's go.
Then you got Eric Holder, okay, and then you got Reverend Al, Vitamin B Deficient Sharpton,
Al Sharpton is Boule.
Jackson, Eric Holder.
Eric Holder is Boule.
All of these individuals.
Jesse Jackson is Boule. Barack Obama. Right? Cory Booker. Little fun boy out of Florida, man, that got caught with the boy in the room. Right? The chief of police in your city, if it is a black chief, they're well, if this is a woman, she ain't no damn Boule, but she definitely is a member of a fraternity. I guarantee you she is. If you live in a city that's ran by a black mayor, I guarantee you they're Boule. If they're a female, they're just upper echelon of the sorority. Steve Harvey is Boule. Yes, he is. He's Omega Psi Phi. Right? Right? This is how deep this goes, man. That's why I say, man, we in the process of delineation, man, we also got to separate. We got to get, man, we got to expose these people, man. And there's a lot of them, man. It's not like a lot, like millions, but it's enough to where we need to be, concerned. I mean, they literally infiltrated every single aspect of society. They created a straight buffer class, man. To perpetuate the crab in the barrel syndrome, man. You hear me? And I've been, how long have I been, Yellow D, how long have I been telling y'all this, man? How long I've been telling y'all about this stuff, man? We have to clean house. We can't be worried about what's going on with ICE and worry about illegals. We good over here in America, y'all. We ain't going nowhere. Couldn't push us out if they tried. Right? But look what's happening. We are delineating. We separating ourselves from these other groups of black folks who have been brought here to undermine us versus linking up with us, getting up under our armpit and following our goddamn it lead. Right? They've been indoctrinated to go against us. Right? Most of them. Right? And they created this structure very much like and akin to the Masonic structure, identical, right? And they put it in place through the so-called HBCUs. Notice that no Black Greek letter fraternities are on any other campuses outside of HBCUs. I think I might be wrong. I don't know if they have Black Greek letter fraternities at. Well, hold on. Yes, they do. I'm tripping. Let me recant that mistake. I made a mistake. No, they do have them at other colleges outside of HBCUs. I'm tripping. You right, Monique. Can't trust none of them, man. Right? Now, how many of y'all know somebody that's a member of the Divine Nine, whether it be one of the sororities or one of the fraternities, and they have a very prestigious job or career? Everybody you see on TV is Black is definitely a member of the Divine. I'm not gonna say they're BOULE necessarily. Depends, but if they is on a prominent position in media and stuff like that, you can best believe they Black. You can best believe they a member of the Divine Nine. I'll put money on it. I'll put bread on it. All your favorites, the ones that been to college. I mean, anyway. Right? Everybody who's went to college, which is most of these people, resting the essence to Chadwick Boseman. He was Alpha Phi Alpha. He was a member of the same fraternity that Martin Luther King Jr. was a part of. Let's go, my brother Gators. Man,
y'all gonna have me start preaching now. Or a part of the BOULE secret society. And so the term BOULE is a Greek term meaning they are the guardians of the system.
Advisors to the king, stuff like that, man. BOULE also is a name for a certain type of bread that they make in Greek in the Mediterranean area too. That
has kept Black folk in enslavement for over 500 years. So with Rockefeller money in 1904, the BOULE Secret Society. Now, it's interesting that their logo is a half of a lion, half male, half female.
So with their symbology, and this is the symbol to pull it. This is the symbol that he's talking about. The same symbol that LeBron got on his chest. Right? The same symbol that LeBron James has on his chest, which is the picture of what we've been told is called a griffin. Right? This is the symbol that Gators is talking about. Half man, half woman, lion, hybrid creature, pushing the transgender agenda, even all the way back then with his hand on an urn. LeBron changed it to the paw on the basketball. It's the same thing though, right? Tap in, man. LeBron, man, you already know what time it is, bruh. Sad situation, man. It's gonna be tragic, man. It's gonna be tragic. And let me just be clear on, because I know people tapping in. Let me just be clear, y'all. Because I don't do this. I would never do this. Not on my worst enemy. Because it's not for me to do so, right? I don't even have the authority to do it. Right? As much as I can speak it, I don't have the authority to say that, you know what I'm saying, or make it, and it'll be so. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not in any way, wishing that or anything negative upon my brother LeBron. You know what I'm saying? What LeBron need to do is he needed to give his life to the Most High. He needed to give his life to the Most High God, yes, for myself. That's what he needs to do. That's what I would suggest he do. Right? But outside of that, man, when you sign up for certain things, man, I mean, man, listen here, y'all, man. Rest in the essence to Bean. Y'all see what they did to Bean? Y'all see what they did to Bean? Or should I say what Bean did to himself? The jig is up. And if you think LeBron don't know it, man, you better think something different. LeBron absolutely knows. Yeah, yes, you can. LeBron still got time. Now, when I say he still got time, I mean he got time to get himself, or I don't know, maybe he don't. Yeah, and Dan Patrick, I gotta correct you, brother. Right, I have to, man. My spirit just told me I gotta correct my brother. The Most High can save anybody, right? But I think the proper thing to say is the Most High won't save him. And maybe you're right about that, Dan Patrick. Maybe LeBron is of the reprobate mind. I don't know. You hear me? I think the Most High showed Bronny some mercy, so that's some type of, that's some type of favor still with LeBron, or is it just favor for Bronny? I don't know. Favor for mine is favor for me. So, I don't see why it wouldn't be that way in that situation. Just something to think about, Shout out to my brother Gators, man.
With its right paw on an urn, you are in which they keep the ashes of dead people. Now, if you go back at least 5,000 years into Greek antiquity, the original BOULE logo was the same logo, half man, half woman, half lion with breasts, with its left paw on a skull. The present day logo has a right paw of this animal on an urn. So if you connect the term skull urn or urn skull on Google Images, it represents jewelry and necklaces, which witches and warlocks wear today, that carries the ashes of their dead loved ones. So the BOULE Secret Society, they are the gatekeepers. They don't love the masses of Black Americans in the Black diaspora. So the BOULE Secret Society, like Roland Martin, all of these, what I call house Negroes, these are the ones who are indeed the sellouts and are protecting the pedophiles and protecting those who are destroying the Black community. When you look at the history of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, she had 3 children. 2 of her children did not belong to her husband. One child belonged to H.G. Wells. The other child belonged to Cecil B. DeMille, the former Hollywood director. This woman in 1929 had recruited Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois, who is revered in the annals of Black American history, in the history of the Black diaspora. And so he told Margaret Sanger in 1929, if you want to take over Black America through Planned Parenthood, you have to target the Black pulpit. So 500 pastors during the month of April 1929 in Harlem, led by Dr. Adam Clayton Powell Sr., who was the chairman then of what we call the Harlem Pastoral Alliance. Every pastor was paid off $500 for what? To allow this witch, this trash, Margaret Sanger, to come on these Black pulpits and to tell Black women to abort their children. So the life of a Black child or any other child is only worth $500. This is evil.
Hey, you ever feel like your mind is racing or your mood's dipping or stress?
Shout out to Auntie Roseanne, man.
See, every week they give us a new product. It's like the thing you didn't know you need that you do need, and they do it right.
That sounds really good.
Lithium, especially. I'm gonna get Hannah on that.
This is absolutely insane. Doing the same thing, thinking that we're going to get a different result. So that's the Boule Secret Society, but they're being exposed. I'm hated, and especially by a lot of Black folk on the left, because I have the testicular fortitude, the size of 50 Mount Rushmores, to say what needs to be said and done. So that's kind of a snippet of the Boule Secret Society. And, you know, they have not exposed Harvey Weinstein. They have not exposed P. Diddy. They have not exposed Jeffrey Epstein. And so I find that to be very, very interesting. Again,
You think it's interesting? Here's what I've been saying lately, because, you know, I've researched too. And I've been saying, hey, would there ever have been an Epstein Island without MI6 and the British throne?
Ooh, there would have never been an Epstein Island. That's an excellent question, Mom. There would have never been an Epstein Island without MI6, MI5, MI6, which is the British equivalent of the American CIA. When you look at the bloodline of Jeffrey Epstein, going back into history, we have a small staff here in LA and a staff in New York. They do nothing but researching, because I'm on some radio show, a powerful podcast.
The stuff with the Divine Nine goes deep, man. The history is deep, right? Right? Yeah, Margaret Sanger was a straight 304. All her children were not by her husband. Or should I say, two of her children were not by her husband. Right? Her husband was Cecil B. DeMille. She had a baby by H.G. Wells, and she had a baby by who else? The other guy, man. Yeah, man. It goes deep, man. This stuff goes deep, man. These people founded a lot of these so-called HBCUs. Right? Margaret Sanger, who started Planned Parenthood, right? Who was cool with Laura Spelman, of which Spelman University is named after. Historically Black college university, Spelman University, which I believe is the all-women's university, was founded and funded by Margaret Sanger's homegirl, Laura Spelman. Who was Laura Spelman? She was the wife of J.D. Rockefeller. Or my fault. She was the No, she wasn't the wife of J. Lee Roberts. She was the wife of I can't the name dude slipping my name right now. I'm slipping right now. Goddamn. I'm about to get it for y'all. I'm not mistaken, she was whose wife was she? Well, yeah, she my fault. I'm right. She was J.D. Rockefeller's wife. Laura Spelman Rockefeller. Laura Spelman is what Spelman University, that historically black college university in Atlanta. This is the all-girls university. This is named after a white woman named Laura Spelman Rockefeller, who was J.D. Rockefeller's wife. Laura Spelman was the predecessor of Margaret Sanger. They're all connected, man. Right. All connected. Margaret Sanger was Laura Spelman's. That's where she got all her feminist ideas from. That's where, man, they were demonic people, man. Demonic people. Right? You dig? And this is what the Divine Nine are a part of, an extension of. And these are the people, the Rockefeller, J.D. Rockefeller is the man, along with his other homeboys, who founded and funded the Divine Nine. So-called black fraternities and sororities that are put in place to create a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood for black intellectuals who want to get in college and go get college educations and degrees and go into areas of industry. Right? And they use this buffer class to suck and siphon the future geniuses. You feel me? The future visionaries, the future, you know what I'm saying? You know, technological geniuses, man. I'm talking about the future business owners, you know, the future corporation founders, man. The future doctors, lawyers, you know what I'm saying? Architects, people who have prominent careers and stuff that are black, foundational black Americans at that. Right? And no, these ninjas ain't no tethers. They're foundational black Americans, most of them, majority of them. Henry McKee Minton, FBA. Absalom Jones, FBA. Charles H. Wesley, FBA. Frederick Douglass, W.E.B. Du Bois. Right? So these are the people who founded this organization, man. Yeah, man. These guys. Right? And with that, we're going to end the show, man. You know what I'm talking about? Listen here, man. I like what I'm seeing amongst us. It's beautiful. I see I love it, and this is the reason why I love it, because it's showing, right? Y'all see the kick pushback we getting just for repping and representing us, just for standing up for ourselves and saying, nope, nope, we ain't no Africans. We ain't connected to none of them other groups of black folks who y'all are sent over here to undermine us. We separating ourselves from them. We delineating from all of that. We focusing on us and see what happens as a result. Things start getting exposed. We start connecting dots. We start linking up. Because see, the majority of us ain't been through that crab barrel system. The majority of us real ones, blue collar, some of us white collar, entrepreneurs and whatnot, we ain't been through this crab barrel system. And we're the majority. They're not. I want y'all to understand that, right? We're the majority, not these BOULE dudes. And they've been using them as a buffer class to keep us in check. And them days is over. Grassroots is in the building, man. All of us most of us who are advocating for FBA and things of that nature, none of us have political associations or allegiances. Most of us are neither Democrat nor Republican. Most of us are policy-based. Most of us are not members of the Divine Nine. Most of us did not go to college. So we ain't been through that meat grinder system, pause. And we can see, right? We have a frame of reference. Yeah, we is Big E. Been done with them, right? And this is one of the main reasons why they're coming at us like this, y'all. Anything to distract us, Corey, Anton, they want anything to distract us from what's important, which is continuing to delineate, continuing to separate, right? And considering to rock with ourselves, support ourselves, heal ourselves. And at the same time, we're going to focus on, I've been telling y'all, how long have I been telling y'all about these niggas and ninjas eat Big E? We got to address these dudes, man. We got to see who these people are. We got to point them out. We got to bring them out in the open. We will not be able to ever get on our full FBA demo, y'all, until we get rid of these dudes. And I mean by that, I don't mean doing anything physical to them. I don't mean hurting them in any way. I don't mean doing anything of a physical, accosting nature. I mean exposing them, who they are publicly, their image, their organizations, their connections, who they connected to. All of them. Bring them all out in the open. Expose them all. Right? Expose them all. Right? And how do we expose them? Confront them. Right? Because you know they ain't gonna talk about, man, listen here, man. They go to the little meeting they be having down there in Atlanta. What y'all know about this? I came across this information a few years ago, man, and through the resources I got this information through, is very, very credible. According to this source of information, y'all, I'm not gonna say the person's name, right? As a journalist, as an actual proper journalist, I do not reveal my sources, especially when it can cause them some type of scrutiny. Right. But according to sources that I know in Atlanta, as well as Macon and Baltimore, every year these BOULE guys get together, all the upper echelon of the Divine Nine, right? All the upper echelon of the Masonic organizations that they're members of, right? They all get together. Pause. They all get together once a year annually to have fun boy time with each other. Pause. Hey, yo. They have an annual Sigma Pi Phi BOULE retreat in Atlanta where all the BOULE chapters of all the higher upper echelons of the Divine Nine organizations convene and meet with each other in, of all places, Atlanta, Georgia, where they all have fun boy time with each other. You said finalize my reservations? Why I gotta finalize them right now? Well, listen here, y'all. This is wild, man. Imagine me being a young guy of 20, 21, 22, coming into all of this information. A dope boy in the streets. That stuff blew my mind, man. Right? This stuff blew my mind. Tomorrow, y'all, we're going to do for ladies' night. I got something special, y'all. We're going to do a part 2 to this. Right? We're going to do a part 2 to not the history of the Sigma Pi Phi, but we're going to talk about the demonic roots of the Divine Nine. We're going to hear about this from the perspective of a sister who, one of the two. And it's a beautiful thing. We're going to have that tomorrow for ladies' night. You understand what I'm saying, man? Listen here, y'all, man. Do y'all's due diligence, man. I'm here to just be a navigator. I'm here to just show y'all to go what y'all can go look at and go find this stuff out for yourself. No doubt, loved one. I appreciate that, man. Yep, I'm about to book my flight here in a second. I just got to, because like I said, my daughter be so wish-washy, man. You know what I'm saying? My daughter be so wish-washy. I don't want to book no ticket for her. And then come time to go on the trip, she be like, I don't want to go and try to flake out on me and stuff like that, man. You know, I mean, I don't think that she will, but I know how my daughter is, man. It's not even about her flaking. It's just her mind be, you know what I'm saying? She'll be on some others. I just want to make sure she actually wants to go before I actually book the flight. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, though, y'all, man, do y'all's due diligence, man. Like I've been telling y'all, man. Agent provocateurs and robber rousers abound. And this is all the more reason why we don't need to be worried about no ICE. We don't need to worry about no Latinos, no African illegal immigrants, no other illegal immigrants. We need to be focusing on us. Not only do we got to focus on us, we got to clean the house, man. We got a big problem here. We got a huge in-house problem that is way more detrimental to us than anything to do with illegal immigration, any of that. That stuff ain't got nothing to do with us, man. Why you think they're trying to pull us into that? That ain't got nothing to do with us. We can't get deported. What we look like out there protesting ICE, and ICE ain't even thinking about us. ICE ain't in our neighborhoods. ICE ain't coming to our neighborhoods. We got a huge problem here, y'all. Huge. And how long is we going to continue to let these people just keep doing what they've been doing for hundreds of years, 4, 5, them are 600 years. Right? Y'all gotta understand how important this is, man. This is why it's important that we keep on the trajectory that we on. Because the more we do that, the more these people in this organization is going to get exposed. Y'all people who are members of the Divine Nine, I'm gonna put out a decree. Right? Because I know y'all listening. If you a member of the Divine Nine, and after seeing all of this information, all of this historical, factual information about the upper echelon of y'all's organizations, the founders of it, which means that never was intended anything good for us black folks, y'all should denounce y'all's membership to the Divine Nine. Y'all should all say we quit, we done with it, it's over with. And if you don't, you suspect. I don't give a damn what level you are in these organizations. You could be a person that works at my job and a member of a society. Denounce that ish, man. It's demonic in its nature and origin anyway. And two, it was never designed to help us out. It was designed to keep us exactly where we at to this day today. This is the major reason why we ain't never going to succeed as a whole unified unit, because we got these ninjas amongst us, and they heavy, man. Right? So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening, man. We about to get on up out of here, man. All praises be to the Most High, man. Yeshua HaMashiach, man. Everything will get exposed. Everything must be exposed, right? And trust me, y'all, it will, right? But only way we're going to progress, man, FBA, man, is we gotta get, man. Listen, we have to detach ourselves from these organizations, man. We can't be associated with no secret fraternal organizations at all. At all. All secret fraternal organizations we must separate from. We need to get rid of. We need to stop being members of it. Everybody who's a member needs to denounce it, drop it. We'll never succeed as a unified foundational Black American community as long as we have these ninjas amongst us. Right? Hold on, y'all. I mean, you know, hopefully they will, man. But I'm telling you right now, man, all you divine ninjas and ninjarettes out there, y'all are members of a demonic organization in its structure and in its origins. I mean, for Christ's sakes, you guys' foundations was founded and funded by J.D. Rockefeller of all people. I mean, it wasn't even founded by any of us. And they use these old Henry McKee Minton looking ass ninjas with their hair all slicked back in a comp and all of that. We got to get, man, we have to listen. We can listen, y'all. We will never be able to succeed as a unified FBA front as long as these ninjas are amongst us, man. It's never going to happen. They have literally been put in place to prevent the very thing. So what y'all gonna do? What we gonna do, FBA? I see a lot of y'all talking, screaming FBA. You can't be FBA and BOULE. You can't be FBA and Divine Nine. You can't be FBA and, You can't be FBA and be a Shriner, a Elk, a Blue Lodge level Mason, a Grand Archer, Archon. You can't be no damn Alpha Cow Alpha and be BOULE. Yeah, we're gonna cause some ruffles with that, man. FBA, every day, all day, no days off, and that's it, man. Right? I would say save for your religion, whichever one you behold yourself to. That's on you. Right? But these ninjas, though, ninjas that's members of these fraternal organizations, based in Luciferianism and Satanism, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We gotta get rid of you. We gotta separate ourselves from you demonic ass ninjas. Right? Y'all have a good evening, man. We're gonna be back tomorrow with part 2. We're gonna be breaking down the demonic roots of the Divine Nine. You need tap in, walk with us, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening, man.
Chelsea, are you gonna make it this weekend?
Where there's an aunt who needs to celebrate all her nieces and nephews in 3 states in the same weekend and end up poolside, there's a Wyndham. With 25 hotel brands to choose from, where there's a Wyndham, there's a way.
That's not necessary.
Put Grit in it. It's going to hurt.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add green. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. The girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I'm tired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, and I got it photocopied. Caught up on film, flow tracks and sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I want to see the heat like 10 million blocks, and I charge for a hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep my
kings.
grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, shit be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get you used to hope. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Get it. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in his cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked, you this was just fuck. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black kings.